Good evening, everyone. I am Vlad. This is the Burgundy Rainbow post-game show for Tuesday, February 6, 2018. The Colorado Avalanche welcoming in the visiting San Jose Sharks in a very rare home game appearance during the month of February. Let's get right down to it. The Avalanche had won their last 8 straight home games. Tonight would have marked their 9th straight consecutive victory. The San Jose Sharks were wrapping up a 5-game road trip to this point in their season. Let's get right down to it. The first period had a whole bunch of San Jose time and shots in the Avalanche zone. The Avalanche had a mere fraction of that, as shots in the first period were heavily lopsided. The Sharks had 14 shots on goal. The Avalanche had 3. And somehow the score remained tied at 0 after 1 period. Things started picking up in the second period as Gabriel Bourque scored his 3rd goal of the season to break the scoreless tie. The Avalanche had assists on the goal from JT Compher and Tyson Jost. Avs lead 1-0. Then just a little over 2 minutes later, Tyson Jost decided he wanted a little bit more of that sweet goal-scoring action, so he would get a awesome pair of assists from Sam Girard and Neil Yakupov. He beats Martin Jones on a very pretty shot to put the Avs up by 2. Avs lead 2-0 at this point. Later in the second, the Sharks decided they were a bit tired of being behind, so they wanted to get in on the action. Joel Ward scored his 5th goal of the season to end the shutout bid by Jonathan Bernier. Avs lead 2-1 at the end of 2. Shots in the second period. San Jose 12, Colorado 7. And somehow the Avs had a 2-1 lead after 2 periods of play. Things got a little bit crazy in the third. And by crazy, I mean crazy good. Because the Avs had more time in the San Jose end. They were getting a little bit more comfortable, if that's the right word to use, in the Sharks' end. But they just could not quite crack Martin Jones, even very narrowly getting a very, very close shot. But the goal was ruled to be a no goal because it never crossed the line, therefore no goal. It did beat Martin Jones, but unfortunately, close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. Score remained 2-1, but the Avs would get their chance to put this game away with Martin Jones heading to the bench for an extra attacker. And the empty net goal came courtesy of JT Compher. Patrick Nemeth got the assist on the goal, Compher's 11th goal of the season. The insurance goal gives the Avalanche the 3-1 lead, the 3-1 victory, and their 9th straight consecutive home win, which is now a new franchise record. Shots on goal for the total shots on goal. San Jose had 39 shots on goal. Colorado only had 20. It definitely was not a pretty game if you want to look at terms of shots, but the Avs made their shots count when it really mattered. They were able to hold San Jose off, and they were able to get a home win, which is going to be rare because the Avs aren't really here. So it was good to see the Avs get a home win, especially after going 2-4 on the road trip. So Avs go home happy, fans go home happy, and unfortunately the Avs don't get to really stay home for very long because they are right back on the road for the next 3 games. They head to St. Louis for their first of 3. That is coming up on Thursday evening. On Saturday evening, they will be in Raleigh to face the Hurricanes, and that is the start of a back-to-back set for the coming weekend. On Sunday, they will be in Buffalo to face former Avalanche Ryan O'Reilly and the Sabres, and that will conclude this next leg of the road trip, and they will be back here at home to face the Montreal Canadiens on Wednesday, February 14th, which is Valentine's Day. So bring the one you love and come watch the game you love with someone special on Wednesday, Valentine's Day. Early impressions, the Avs look to be a little bit lost without Mikko Rantanen and Nathan MacKinnon, but and it really showed, because you can definitely see how much MacKinnon drives the Avalanche's offense and generating shots, and not having Mikko out on the ice definitely showed that there's a lot to be desired in secondary scoring right now for the Avs. It was good to see the secondary scoring show up tonight, especially with the younger guys in JT Compher and Tyson Jost. I would definitely like to see more of that continue, especially not just during, but after the return of Rantanen and MacKinnon to the lineup. We need to see some more production out of younger, faster, and the secondary scoring crew. Just relying on the top line just will only get you so far. And we want to see the younger, faster model start producing younger, faster goals. And tonight, the Avalanche's younger, faster line mates were actually able to do that. It was not pretty in terms of the shot totals, as I mentioned earlier, but sometimes it's going to look ugly. But it's a win for the Avs, and wins matter. Wins are important. Especially since, just taking a quick look at the scores here for the Central Division, the Jets defeated the Coyotes 4-3 tonight, so they maintain their top three positioning. The Wild curb stomped the Blues tonight, so the Avs are still going to... excuse me. Avs still have some chasing to do. And the Flames defeated the Chicago Blackhawks, so the Blackhawks did not gain any ground on the Avalanche tonight, which is a good thing. So Avs are still very much in the wild card hunt, which is good to see, especially as the season starts heading towards the postseason push. Whether the Avs are going to be a part of that will largely depend on how they perform this month on the road. So here's hoping that this next series of 3 turns out better than their last series of 6 did. That's going to essentially wrap it up for this edition of the Burgundy Rainbow Postgame Show. I will see all of you again in just a little over a week on Valentine's Day. So until Cupid flings his arrow, I am Vlad, this is Pepsi Center, and until next time, let's go Avs.